We are at the number 46 railroad crossing directly north of Pondok Jati train station in the Matraman area of East Jakarta. I've managed to record one long closure in which 5 trains managed to squeeze through before the gates were opened again and traffic could get going. That doesn't mean it was just all a simple wait, as I will show you in this video. Let's see what we have here. We have a simple 2-track crossing with a relatively small road crossing it. The dude with the grey shirt should not be here at all. He isn't an employee of the railroad company, nor is he a traffic warden. He's just there to arrange things, but without training he doesn't really know what he's doing. We'll see that shortly, and frequently.
Jalur 2 akan dipersiapkan masuk ke otomatis tujuan akhir stasiun Commuter dan akan meneruskan perjalanan menuju stasiun Duri Tanoto.
This is the Kertajaya train that runs between Pasar Senen Station and Pasar Turi Station in Surabaya. It is making its way to Pasar Senen Station now, which is just south of here. When the train passes, the video will be shaking as I put my camera on a piece of concrete. An employee of the railroad company, wearing an amber jacket and flat hat, pops out to tell the random dude that another train is coming. He knows that because he's an employee. There are also announcements at the train station, even when a train is just passing through. Random dude decides to illegally let through motorists here. Tracks here are straight, so there is quite an open view, but it's against the law to cross when the gates are down. He should not be doing this, but road users should not move when he lifts the gate either. As the crossing itself doesn't have a smooth surface, traffic can't really properly speed up, making it even more easy to get stuck in traffic on the tracks. And that train in the opposite direction is really coming. It's just that it takes a while.
Ada di jalur 1 kereta api lokomotif melintas langsung, ada di jalur 1 kereta api lokomotif melintas langsung.
The woman on foot wants to see if she can make it across, but soon decides not to. Or does she? She's in doubt. Extra danger point there. Imagine running and tripping. Won't be the first time that happened. What about just staying put?
Dengan wartawan pasal 59 serangkaian terdiri dari 12 kereta. Kereta keamanan terakhir dikhususkan untuk wanita pastikan Anda tidak.
Oh, there she goes, running indeed. This is the worst way to cross a railroad crossing. Scary even if you look at it from a distance.
Selamat siang dan selamat datang. Anda telah tiba di stasiun Pondok Jati. Terima kasih telah menggunakan jasa layanan kami Commuter.
She crossed in front of a stopped commuter line train, the one that blows its horn just before departure. Still, you should not cross under these circumstances. The gates stay down while the railroad employee uses his whistle to indicate that people should not start crossing as there is another train coming. This should not be necessary as the gates are still down, but hey, a little bit of following the rules goes a long way. Too long for many. You'll see someone poking his head out on the left. He was also looking to cross quickly, but as no one did, he decided the smart thing not to cross. Haha, fooled you there. It was just Locomotive CC 2018314 passing through. Also not an uncommon sight on this stretch of track, as it's in between 2 important intercity stations, Jakarta Kota and Pasar Senen. The employee blows his whistle again, letting people know they have to wait for a bit longer still. The dude that poked his head out earlier decided he can't wait any longer and makes a run for it to get across. And when there is one, there are more. Because we're all just cheap, right? I'm just not sure why they all start running, only makes it more dangerous. The dude in grey is wandering around with a cigarette in one hand and a whistle in the other, so it seems. He's the one breaking the law almost continuously during this entire video without repercussions. Do you see the motorcyclists on the right are very close to the tracks with their front tire? That's how you get swooped up by a train. All that's needed is an accidental bump from behind and you're sent flying. And finally, the gates are lifted and traffic is able to properly cross. The dude that's hanging around now has the task to keep people on the right side of the road, which is the left side in Indonesia. As you noticed, the entire width of the crossing was blocked on the right side here. Left was no different. It's just that it's not in the camera shot. Well, that was a nice 20 seconds. Time to close the gates again, as there is a train coming. Consider that a bonus train, as I was about to shut off my camera, it was getting pretty hot here out in the sun by now. People on the track now are in a hurry to get off. They didn't anticipate to see if they were able to cross to start with, but that's something most people don't take in consideration at all. Depending on what train is coming, you might be less or more stressed at this moment.
Ada di jalur 1, kereta api lokomotif melintas langsung. Ada di jalur 1, kereta api lokomotif melintas langsung. Informasi komuter lain tujuan akhir stasiun Kampung Padat, stasiun Angke Duri Tanah Abang. Saat ini rangkaian berangkat stasiun Banjarbaru.
Gates are coming down again with a lot of people still on the tracks. There is a train approaching though. Dude in the grey with his whistle is still in the way of other road users, doing basically nothing to actually improve the situation. He's just making it worse. Over 1 minute later, the tracks are finally cleared. That's station cleaning staff and another employee just walking over the tracks from the station. I don't think they're allowed to do this. And that's 2 more locomotives being sent somewhere, and after this the gate opened for longer than just a few seconds. Back to the usual business until the next train passes in a few minutes time. Thank you for watching.